And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, Philly Pete, and we're live on World Hockey Report today. I hope you all are having a great afternoon or morning, wherever you may be across the globe. Couldn't agree more. I'm happy to be back. Here we are, back live, World Hockey Report. I'm Philly Pete for your host on today's episode of May 27th, 2022. The show always. Make sure you go to SeatGeek, all right? Promo code WHR when you make your first purchase and check it out. Check out use promo code WHR. You'll save $20 on your first purchase. Don't forget to check out once again SeatGeek. Promo code WHR when making your checkout for your purchases. You'll save $20 off. Simple as that. So we're back. We're live. And well, quick shout out to you. Happy birthday, Be Strange. Happy birthday to you. All right. And hope you have a good one. Have a good weekend as well. We got Memorial Day weekend ahead of us. Hope you all are having some good, solid weekend plans, whatever you may be doing. A lot of puck as well. We have a great game 6 tonight as well. Just basically kick off the weekend of this long weekend that we have. Hopefully you guys you have off, or you're spending time with your family, and it's nice that we can do that. So, but listen, if you have any sort of weekend plans, any sort of bets that you like, gambling questions in terms of the NHL, how it's been so far as an experience. I mean, listen, NHL playoffs are so much better than the NBA. I mean, if you think otherwise, you're absolutely crazy. You really, really are. So, but yeah, I mean, to each their own. Hey, listen, if you like the Celtics game, that's fine. All right, it's a big game 6 there as well against Miami. See what happens there. I feel like that's going to be a 7-game series, but we will see. Warriors obviously clinched as they are going to the NBA Finals. No surprise there. But last night we go 3-2 on the ice. On the clip yesterday, we go 1-1. What is up with these 1-1? Clips for you guys as of late. Since I started this on Tuesday, we've gone 1-1 every game. So let's do a recap real fast. Hurricanes on the money line. 3-1 victory there last night against New York. Their defense has been unbelievable at home this series. You go to New York, it's a little different. It's a little different out there, obviously. But game 1 and game 2, only 1 goal allowed. You had 2-1 in game 1. You had 2-0 in game 2. Last night, you have 3-1. So 2 goals in 3 games when Carolina's at home that they've allowed to the Rangers. Defense has stepped up tremendously for them, like I said, especially at home. Last night, Antti Raanta, 16 saves on 17 shots, of course. So obviously, not much between the pipes for him last night. So, I mean, it's always good to see that. So, I mean, defense has been stepping up for the Hurricanes tonight. But like I said, when they go to New York, it's a different story. They've given up 3 goals. They've given up 4 goals. So they've given up 7 goals total between those 2 road games. And now we go to game 6 tomorrow night, and I expect to see the same. Rangers have had 3+ goals at home since the playoffs started. So, I mean, something to consider if you're looking into tomorrow in terms of team total. I'll get into tomorrow's game for you soon, but something to keep your eye on if you're a team total person, something to consider there as well. Even the Rangers, I said this from the start. I think this is a 7-game series. I absolutely do think this is a 7-game series. I mean, simple as that. So, but that's how I'm feeling. And we'll go from there. But, we'll go back to Carolina. I really, truly think that this will be a 7-game series. So we'll be in New York tomorrow night for Game 6, Hurricanes and Rangers. But for last night, we cashed out the money line for the Carolina Hurricanes. That was a play for you guys yesterday. The first period over 1.5 goals, however, for the Flames and the Oilers. You had a goal in the first 10 minutes of the game, and unfortunately it just did not work out the way that we wanted to. That's just unfortunate. It really is. Andrew Mangiapane, first goal, 10 minutes in. I mean, you can't beat it, and nothing after that. I mean, it's unfortunate that we do that, but of course, second period, you blow up with 7 goals. I mean, that's just how the NHL has been. I'm considering taking maybe a second period and third period overs going further. It's just how it's been. First period overs have been hit or miss as of late in terms of this series. But I mean, you got to keep rocking it out. They've been going over. I mean, the over has been the trend of this entire series for the Flames and Oilers. It was until the Oilers took care of business last night in dramatic fashion, of course, none other than Mr. David, Connor McDavid himself, all right, the McJesus himself of the NHL, overtime winner. I mean, what can I say? They're down 2-0, all right? Flames come out hot, red hot last night, 2-0, gets that fan base at the Saddle Dome, ready to rock and roll here, and it comes to a point where the Oilers just took care of business. 3 straight unanswered goals for the Oilers. Donnell Nurse starting it off right off the bat, and it just goes from there. Then the Flames, this was a seesaw battle in this Game 5. Johnny Hockey comes back, ties up the game, and then John Grock takes the lead for the Flames, not only to the fact that Bouchard, with 4 minutes left in the game, ties it up to go into overtime, and long and behold, we have, of course, Connor McDavid winning the game for the Edmonton Oilers. That will take them to the Western Conference Finals. Something that, Oilers fans have to be happy about. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Waiting all this time to finally get back to the Western Conference Finals. Who doesn't want a McKinnon and McDavid Western Conference Final? I think that's what the fans want. Give the fans what they want. And to me, I just feel like the Oilers Avalanche, and I will go into Game 6 tonight between the Avs and the Blues in just a moment. But, and no pun intended to the Blues here. Nothing against them. They're playing extremely well hockey. Took the crowd right out of Colorado the other night. I mean, down 3-0. What a hell of a comeback for the St. Louis Blues. But do they still have enough in the tank to get to a 7th game? Do they? It started well last night or the other night. I just think that the Avs have a bad taste in their mouth. It's possible. I just think the Avs end the series tonight in St. Louis, and I will talk about bets there for tonight. But last night, like I said here, congratulations to the Edmonton Oilers for heading to the Western Conference Finals with a 5-4 victory in Calgary, I should say, taking the series 4-1. And they await either the Avalanche or the Blues, as that Game 6 is this evening in St. Louis. And, of course, the Carolina Hurricanes take a 3-2 series lead as they head to New York. Clients right now are on a 3-unit Carolina Hurricanes series bet right now. So it was a little bit of a juicy price, but to me, it was well worth it. I just love how the Hurricanes have been playing. But personally, I think we're going to go 7, like I said earlier. So I think we're going to go 7 games in that series. So Edmonton awaits tonight's Game 6. Do the Blues make it a 7th game? We'll see what happens. To me, like I said, Avalanche have to have a really bad taste in their mouth after what happened the other night. Okay, so show plays yesterday went 1-1, like I said. Canes on the money line, that hit. However, the first period over 1.5 goals for the Flames Oilers did not cash. First goal in the first 10 minutes. It happened, but or a little bit after the fact, of course. But the fact that we only had 1 goal in that period was mind-boggling. But we move on, okay? So, unfortunately, Jacob, Marky Mark, and the Funky Bunch of the Flames are heading off to tee off somewhere now. Hell of a season for Calgary. And, wish them the best. And listen, hopefully I get to see Johnny Gaudreau around here because he is from my area. And, it'd be nice to see him, at the local arena around here where he plays at here in Glassboro. So that'll be something to look forward to in Gloucester County. So that's the word. I'm going to be on the lookout for Johnny Gaudreau. Okay. Clients 2-1 on the ice last night. Okay. So solid night overall. They've been positive. Most of the playoffs, they've been on fire. Okay. They've been on fire, cashing out good plays here. A couple 3-unit plays as well that cashed out. One did not. Unfortunately, that was with the Panthers with their over a few nights ago before they got ousted by the Tampa Bay Lightning. But Canes, first period over 1.5. Hurricanes, Rangers, first period over 1.5 at plus 115. That cashed out for the Crew well. Got one from the Hurricanes early. And then you have the Rangers on a power play that tied up very quickly. So that was a no-sweat first period, over at great money as well, plus 115. I expected to see goals early on, and we sure did. So that cashed out bright and early for the clients there. Flames on the money line, of course, like I said, was a client play as well. That loss, unfortunately, nothing you can do. Flames were hot hot to start the game. They're up 2-0 to start in this game here, and unfortunately, the Oilers just had that firepower. They looked really good. They look extremely well. I'm happy for them. No one is stopping Draisaitl, McDavid. Mike Smith blowing up with 4 goals or what, on average his entire playoffs right now. It doesn't even matter. Oilers are scoring at will. And we're going to continue to ride these overs in the Western Conference Finals. If they get to the Stanley Cup, we're going to keep riding these overs because they're cashing out. We're cashing out, okay? If we're, that's the thing. So, and then last but not least, the Flames over 6.5 goals. That was a winner there as well. Again, no surprise. So clients go 2-1 on the ice last night. Show plays yesterday go 1-1. So all in all, 3-2 with a plus 0.05 overall. So I'm very much excited about that, and positive side. So all in all, before I get to the question here by World Hockey Report themselves, NHL playoffs 80, 69, and 5 plus 7.85 units overall. NHL playoff wise, doing pretty well so far in the NHL playoffs so far. Overall, year to date, 899 wins, 786 losses, and 47 pushes. Gives me a grand total of plus 92.2 overall units on the ice this entire season, including the playoffs. So playoffs have been treating us well. Overall record has been treating us well too. So let's get rocking and rolling. All right, World Hockey Report giving me a question right off the bat. Most shocking defeat in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I'm going to go right off the bat. I just talked about this game, the Avalanche and the Blues. Game 5, Avalanche was up a 3-0 already to start off the bat, 3-0, and thanks World Hockey Report for that. But right off the bat, man, 3-0 for the Avs. Well control of the game, nothing looking back. The fans are having a party of their lifetime right now, going off, having a great time in this Game 5, expecting, hey, you know what? We're going to move on to Western Conference Finals, no problem. Everyone was loving it. All the fans were rocking and rolling. The commentators were even rocking and rolling. And it's just funny. It's just funny how just the Blues came back nonchalant, too. Nonchalant at all. Tim, how you doing, buddy? Glad that you're on. Good to see you there. But, the Blues just showed that emotion. They just wanted it more. They're telling Colorado, this series is not over. We want you to come to St. Louis and try us out in Game 6 and see if you can do that as well. Very, very tough to do in Colorado. Everyone was extremely happy. Like I said, the momentum was all in Colorado. 3-0. To begin with, McKinnon was lights out. He is just, between him, McDavid, you have such a great possible Western Conference showdown in the finals right there. Who doesn't want to see McKinnon? Who doesn't want to see McDavid? We are going to see McDavid, but who doesn't want to see McKinnon? Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that shot that he had, that goal that he had? It was remarkable. Remarkable. It's unbelievable how gifted these players are in the NHL. And, man, I am happy, just like the rest of all you out there, to be witnessing such great hockey and spectacular highlights from these up-and-coming rising stars in the NHL. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. And honestly, that was my most shocking defeat because I thought the Avs had that. I was all over the Avalanche. Puck line, regulation, -1 for the clients, all over the Avalanche. I was more than happy. Listen, I'm as consistent and as transparent as I am when it comes to betting. I will recap an 0-11 night. I will recap a 0-21 night. I'll recap every day. Every day. The fact that I was excited to recap this game the other night that the Blues came back from, it was awesome. I'm like, this is what hockey is all about. If you like the NBA playoffs more, get out of here. Just get out. Get out. I'd rather watch a wall of paint dry than watch the NBA playoffs right now, if I'm being honest right now. But this is what dreams are made of for these kids, and the Blues are saying, listen, we're going to come back and win this game. And they did. They did. Minute left in the game, goalies pulled, fans are getting crazy. What happens? Blues tie the game up. And what happens in overtime? The Blues say, you know what? Nah, you guys are going to have fun tonight. We're going to extend the series. And the Blues did that. Game 6 tonight, St. Louis, Colorado, and I'll bets very, very shortly. So yes, Cody, that is my most shocking, by far, surprise in the NHL. I mean, a team to be up so much and then just to basically get pummeled at the end. That's really what happened, and that's how I feel. So so tonight, one game on the ice. Unfortunately, I know it stinks, but one game on the ice here tonight, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go to St. Louis. All right, and we're gonna have the Avs Blues 3-2 series lead for the Avalanche. Can they cut ties? Tim, also, I'm doing very, very well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well too, and I hope you're looking forward to the holiday weekend. Hopefully, you're doing something fun, and be safe whatever you do. Over under here tonight is at 6.5. I'm not surprised, and since this is my very first show as well. On every Friday I'm doing this, 12 p.m. in the East, 10 a.m. out in the Mountain Time. I want to give you all a free client tonight, on top of a couple other sides I like for you guys. I know it's one game, but I like to put in a couple more plays. Give me 3 or 4 plays on the ice tonight. But since you all have been so loyal to me, my first time on WHR on World Hockey Report, I'm really excited. I will give you all some great firepower when it comes to the NHL betting. I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. And like I said, if you have any questions, if you have a bet for the weekend, because we're going to see some pucks this weekend, any sort of gambling question, let me know. I'm here to talk. Like I said, I'm Philly Pete once again live on World Hockey Report for Pete's Power Plays every Friday at 12 p.m. East, 10 a.m. out west. Monday through Thursday, I'll be doing my about a minute, 2-minute clips of my best bets and what to expect for the rest of the season. Now, this is just going to be fun. This is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the absolute beginning of what the future is going to be for World Hockey Report when Philly Peak is involved, and you have a really solid NHL capper in the business right now. Okay, Avs Blues. Now, over under, like I said, Bolts. Congratulations to the Bolts. I mean, I'll post this up right now. No one expected the Lightning to have the wheels, to have the firepower, to be still energetic from the last previous season from winning the Cups. I mean, are people getting tired of them? Sure. But, I mean, it's tough to hate this team. It's tough to hate this team. I mean, they are playing elite hockey, and they still are. Tired legs. No. These guys are professionals. They still got it. Okay, that's the reason why they've been dominating the entire NHL playoffs. I mean, Panthers come in, and don't get me wrong, I had a Panthers future bet, no big deal, but thank God for the Oilers and the Hurricanes futures that I have left. Something to look forward to. But the Panthers, everyone was so high on, even me, and no one was giving the Lightning a chance whatsoever. They're an extremely good team. They're talented, and they once again, versus Goliath, and Goliath once again took down Little Florida. You have big Florida, you have Little Florida, and once again, the Lightning took care of the Panthers. Panthers just those 2 games in Florida and Sunrise it just didn't happen. It didn't work out. They couldn't even get a win there. Tampa once again showing that, listen, if Florida wants to play with the big boys, they got to beat them first. And once again, as we saw in the previous season, it just did not work out. Nor did it this year. So Panthers go golfing while Tampa gets ready to rock and roll into the Eastern Conference Finals, which will be a phenomenal series, regardless who they play, Hurricanes or the New York Rangers. So congratulations to those Bolts fans out there heading to the Eastern Conference yet again, Finals once again, and they're just star-studded. They really are. They are really that good of a team. Okay. Avs Blues, tonight's game. All right. Over under here is at 6.5. All right. Oilers Cup. Yes. This is a client play. This was a client from the beginning of the season. Oilers Cup future bet. Way back in the season. 28-1, ladies and gentlemen. 28-1 Oilers Cup future bet. This was one of 4 of my client plays. Clients had in the beginning of the season the Islanders, who I kind of expected, 2-3 straight great Cup runs to come short. That didn't work out. I had the Stars Okay, that was fine. Stars, no problem. They made it 36-1. They made it to the playoffs. Unfortunately, got ousted early on. Okay, Panthers was my other one, and then the Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers, 28-1. Still looking good. Still looking good. All right. Now, what can I say? Ready to rock and roll. Little $100 bet there in the beginning of the season. So, hey, listen, if Philly P can get $2,800 richer, I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank and run with it. So, yeah, Oilers Cup future looking good. Probably going to hedge you out at some point as well in terms of who they play in the Western Conference, because I do not have a Blues or Avs future. I will probably be rocking out the Avs or Blues when they play the Oilers, just to, kind of, go back and forth a little bit. So, and like I said, in the Eastern Conference, I have a Canes future. I will probably, if they do win, I'll probably dabble with the Bolts at some point during the course of that point. But yes, Oilers Cup future still standing 28-1. Let's keep going. That's why I'm dying for an Oilers Cup. That'd be phenomenal and good for all you Oilers fans out there as well. I mean, that's what's going to come down to. Simple as that. And good luck to the Bolts there, Tim, as well, as they are heading into the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. As Blues over 6.5 tonight. All right. We've seen goals galore in this series. We have. Okay, we have. Same with that Flames Oilers series goals. Who likes unders? I mean, unders, that's more like an Eastern Conference thing, if I'm being honest. That whole entire Rangers Canes game, completely under hockey. That's just how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. All right, over-under set at 6.5 here. All right, Blues at home this year, 28-13-4 at home, 26-20 covering the puck line at home as well. And in their last 10 overs at home, they are 6-4. So obviously a trend tonight as well is on the over there in St. Louis. Avs come in 28-14-3 on the road this year, and 21-24 on the road covering the puck line, however. A little bit down. All right, no one really knows about that as much. I mean, obviously the Avs are phenomenal regardless, but their puck line covering isn't as great. So you can consider maybe taking that Blues puck line plus 1.5 tonight. It's juicy at minus 170. It's something that I'd probably lay off of. I'm more of on the total than I am with the side, but something to look at. And in the last 10 road games for the Avs, 6-4 in the last 10. So, I mean, like I said, it's just been back and forth. And the trends are on the over. The trends are on the over in both of these in this game here tonight. So we'll see what happens there. However, the Blues are plus 150 tonight on the money line. Not a lot of movement. They opened up at plus 155, down to plus 150. Shop around for your best spot, the best books that you have out there. There's a bunch of them out there. I'm looking at DraftKings right now. They opened up at plus 155 last night. Now it's at plus 150. So, not much movement. I would probably get it in. I do have a slight feeling that some money is going to be going towards Colorado as the day goes on here. But the Avs are minus 175 on the money line here tonight. A little juicy for me, but I'm not scared to play it. I think the Avs come in here tonight, and I think they win this game. I think they do. They have to have a sour taste in their mouth with what happened the other night. Up 3-0, shockingly lose in overtime with a historic comeback for the ages for the St. Louis Blues. There's nothing else I can say there. Nothing else. I mean, just more power to the Blues for doing that. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this Game 6 here tonight to start off a good weekend. Now, when I'm looking at the sides here, like I said, over-unders at 6.5 for totals. Client play. This is going to be a free client play. Those that are tuning in, I'll also be giving this out as well after the show's over to those that missed out. But over 6.5 tonight, minus 115 is also an official client bet as well. I'm also going to give it out to you guys that are tuning into the show. I'll also be tweeting it out as well during the course of the afternoon this evening. All right, if it's an 8 o'clock puck drop, don't worry. I'll get you guys all ready to rock in terms of what I'm taking. So over 6.5. All right, Blues, Avs. I think we will get there. We will get there. We've seen goals, and I don't think it's going to stop tonight either. So I see an aggressive start from both teams here tonight as well. A couple side bets as well that I like. Again, I like to elaborate my bets. Okay. First period over 1.5 is a little bit pricey. -165. If you have it, I like it. I would take it. But if you want to play the safe route, the over 2 is at +115. I think we'll get there. Okay. Worst case, we push. But this is a reason why if you want to do value, I'm more of a value guy. I like the over 2 at +115. Take it. I like it. Worst case, you push, or you lose, or you just lose. You lose $1 or a unit, whatever you put on it, $100, $1,000, whatever, but with no juice included to it. Simple as that. So, but I like the first period over 1.5 at -165. Taking that. First period over 2 at +115. Now, if you want to go crazy and take the over 2.5 goals in the first period, which is possible, I believe you can get that somewhere at the +195 spot. I'm looking into the books right now between Kings and BetMGM. I have a bunch lined up right now, so just bear with me here. So I'll be doing that. First period over 1.5, over 2 at +115. Now, if you look at this first period over between these two, over 2.5, I should say, if you're feeling frisky, if you're feeling like, you know what, let's just go all in. Over 2.5 goals at +180 on BetMGM. DraftKings is showing +195. They're going to move. They're going to move. So just go by the best. Like I said, go by the best odds. Go by the best books. Take it. We could see 3 goals in the first period. That's how aggressive I feel like this game's going to be here tonight in St. Louis. But if you want to play it safe, over first period 1.5 is at -165. You can get that on DraftKings. BetMGM is also showing this as well. Over 2 is at +115 on DraftKings, showing +105 on BetMGM. This is why you shop at you check out different books. They're all different for the most part. Okay? Take the value with the +115 over 2. I like that spot. Probably a play for me as well. Now, both teams score. Another thing, it's very possible. I'm not a big both teams score in the first period. It's sort of better, but the odds are phenomenal. I'm seeing anywhere from +155 to as high as +175. Again, it depends where you look. It depends what books offer that sort of bet there as well. So, but there you go. All right. Simple enough. Game 6, Colorado, St. Louis, and over 6.5 goals at -115. All right. First period over 1.5 goals at -165. Over 2 first period goals at +115. Over 2.5 at +180 to +195. Again, get the best number on what book that you have. And I'm also liking Colorado to finish the series here tonight. All right. I know it's pricey, -175 on the money line. I know it's juicy, but I just have to imagine that this team has such a sour taste in their mouth from what happened the other night. And I do think they win here in Game 6, and they head to the Western Conference Finals to face Connor, McJesus, David, and it'll be one hell of a Western Conference Finals. I'm checking out to see what the -1 is on Barstool. Once again, this is why you do a lot of them, a lot of books here. The -1 currently the -1 sits at -115. So that's probably what I will take too. Money line, if it's too juicy for you, if you're not feeling that juice at -175, it's a lot. I get it. But as -1 and -115, definitely consideration as well. But overtime, they win, you push. I like it. I like that play there as well. So, I mean, that's just how it is, and that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling when it comes to this game here. All right, Donnell, my man, what's going on? Thanks for coming on board, checking me out. Are you shocked that the Oilers-Flames series when only 5 games should have been 6? Absolutely. I mean, I had this written as at least a 7-game series. Edmonton truly showed their colors. I mean, McDavid, Draisaitl, Yedlin, Hyman, Darnell Nurse. I mean, defense or not, goaltending or not, this team could still be down and come back and win these games. Absolutely shocked. I thought the Flames would have a little bit more power to them. Last night, I thought they were going to win this game, extend to Game 6, probably lose in Game 6. But the fact that they were up 2-0 so early on, and the fact that the Edmonton really just didn't really care for it, and listen, here we are. And that's what happened. Oilers take full advantage of it. they're like, screw it. You're up 2-0. I don't care. We're gonna come back. We got these guns. We got these guns here, and we're gonna fire at them. And Markstrom just couldn't stop him. Markstrom was very inconsistent this series, and not the marquee mark that we were seeing during the season. Okay, not the marquee mark that we were seeing all season. So you could blame the defense, but goaltending was just awful for Markstrom, and very disappointing too. I was hoping this would go 7, but yeah, I'm absolutely shocked that this went 5 games. It should have been a little bit longer, like you said, and we'll go from there. All right. Since the Oilers in the Western Conference Finals, they are not beating the Avalanche or Blues. Listen, I don't think this is a question you want to give to Edmonton fans out here, because I know there's a couple of them on board, and I don't think they would like that. But this is a show. I like to have fun here. Great question as well. I don't see this team stopping at all. This team has been literally going nonstop, beat the Flames, okay, in a tight game. I mean, Game 5, like I said, this series took 5 games. Simple as that. Western Conference Finals, Blues or the Avs. I mean, if the Blues somehow get out in 7, I think the Blues are toasted. I don't have a shot. Edmonton could chill now, they can relax. Let these two teams battle it out on the battlefield. So, I mean, that's just how I feel. And no, I think Edmonton is a great shot to get to the finals. I think everybody at some point, out there is hoping that the Oilers get to the Cup Finals. I mean, it's been a long time. And I get the drought. I really do. All right. Another question from Donnell. Are you surprised that the Lightning Panther series was a sweep? You know what? Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised at all. The President's Cup trophy tends to be a curse nowadays. I know I had a future with the Panthers. I was disappointed at the fact they could have played a lot better, but as soon as they got down 0-2 at home, I thought it was going to be a sweep from there. So Tampa, surprised or not, they had no tire legs. All this information coming in all over social media, all over the news. Hey, Tampa's not going to make it past the first or second. Well, listen, this team is just going to listen to that and going to give them more willpower to go even further and possibly win another cup. So that's how I feel. I really do. And I'm not surprised. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I knew a lot of people that took Bolts to sweep 4-0 in a couple bets. So, no, I'm not surprised at all that this ended up in a sweep. I had a feeling, like I said, after 2-0 down, that this was going to happen. Curse or not, I mean, I still think it's a curse. I really do. I really do, Tim. I do. So, it's been happening. It's been happening. You hear it across the news. It's a curse. I mean, it really is. Does it get to their head? Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. But, you just got to play by the rules. Simple as that. I'm still disappointed with the Panthers. I thought they would have gone further. But like I said, Tampa is still that team to beat. They are the team to beat. Don't get me wrong. So until someone could beat Tampa, Tampa owns the NHL right now. They really, really do. So, listen, I hope it's true too. And hold on one second. I'm trying to get through all these guys for you guys. Yes. Is it true that the Oilers are going back to a roll of blue jerseys? I hope so. I really do hope so. I'm not an Oilers fan. I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan, as disappointing as that sounds. But, it'd be nice. It'd be absolutely nice to get back, and I'm sure the fans would appreciate that as well. Well, Tim, I could answer this question for you right away. There is an NFL curse because look at the Philadelphia Eagles. They haven't won a Super Bowl in forever, and look what happened. In 2017, they beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. So, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's a curse for everything. There really is. I mean, myth or not, I mean, this stuff happens. So, yeah, I absolutely do think so, regardless. My favorite away jersey, man, I have so many jerseys. I could talk about this all day if I had to. My favorite away jerseys in the NHL, man, I got to go back to that San Jose Sharks retro jerseys. I love them. I love the teal. The white is even a beautiful jersey. But something back in the day when I was playing at NHL 94, when I was a 7-year-old kid, going through teams who I liked jersey-wise, because I was a big-time jersey fan. The Sharks spit out at me. I just love that old school jersey, the shark breaking through the stick. I mean, it's it's just awesome. It's just so retro. It's such like a San Jose thing. I just love those jerseys. The color scheme is phenomenal. Even the Panthers old school jersey with the Panther basically like coming through the jersey with the stick broken in half. Amazing. I mean, these old school jerseys are so phenomenal. Like the Panthers jersey now looks like a soccer logo, like an MLS soccer team. I mean, it's just like, you know, you can't really appreciate that. You can't. So yeah, I mean, Florida Panthers old school jersey. I mean, with the palm tree on it and the sun on the shoulder. I mean, phenomenal. And then the San Jose Sharks jerseys with the fin on top, on the shoulder. I mean, it's just something remarkable. You know, it's very very much everywhere, Tim. Yeah, baseball as well. I mean, you could definitely consider baseball to be a curse too. I mean, everyone has it. Everyone absolutely has it. Fan of it or not, I mean, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it. You know, listen, it took my dad is 63 years old. It took him forever to see an Eagles Super Bowl. He finally got one, you know, 5 years ago. So it's there. It's there. I mean, we all want to see at least one in our lifetime. We do. So, you know, Edmonton fans, you know, those up and coming kids, you know, those millennials that are looking for one, you know, absolutely. I know you're looking for it. Yeah, I mean, Donnell, to answer that question, I mean, like I said, the orange jerseys are phenomenal. I mean, I'm not really a fan of that little oil drop that they had. Like some of their jerseys were just not Edmonton-like. You know, when you think of the Edmonton Oilers, you think of the great one. You think of Gretzky. You think of just that old school orange and blue. And you know, I don't mind the orange jerseys personally. I don't. But I think like going back to your old school way, I think that's the way to go. I mean, I love classic jerseys. I do. I've always been a big fan. I've been waiting for the Flyers to get back to those, you know, early to late '90s jerseys with the Legion of Doom. He had Eric Lindros, Steve Jordan, and you know, and the rest of the crew. You know, so I mean, you know, and you know, I'm just more of a classic guy. I am. I am a classic guy. I really am. I mean, John LeClair, like I said back in the day too. I mean, you could definitely just that team was just very good. I mean, that team was very good. Yeah, I am from Philly, born and raised. You know, born in 1987, Northeast Philadelphia. All right outside of Frankfurt. All right, where it used to be a nice time back in the day. Now, not so much. The area has really been disappointing as of late, but yeah, born and raised in Philly, Northeast Philly. Lived there half of my life. I moved to South Jersey back in 2000. So I've been more in Jersey than I have in Philly, but I do miss Philly. I do miss it. I'm there almost every day or every other day visiting family. You know, I have a lot of family that live out there as well. So born and raised, I root for all four pro teams. Like I said, Eagles are my number one by far. Then I like the Flyers, Sixers, and then the Phillies, okay? But honestly, I love all Philly sports teams in general. You give me the Union. I'm not much of a soccer guy, but I'll root for the Union, all right? I went to Penn State University, a big Penn State fan as well. Growing up my whole life, I even went there. I graduated from Penn State too. So I mean, just a lot of Philly blood in me, a lot of Penn State blood in me, and you know, they even had a great hockey team too. Penn State also had a great hockey team. You know, they were ranked number one, you know, I don't know, about 5, 6, 7 years ago when they first started. And you know, but this is how it's been. You know, it's just how it's been. So all Philly sports for me, no matter, you know, terrible, that's just what happens. That's what happens. You live and die by it. You live and die by your teams. You bleed their colors. And that's how it's been for me the last, you know, basically 35 years when I came out of my mother's womb. Simple as that. So, I mean, that's just how it is. I live and die by all Philly sports. So, but yeah, listen, like I said, as they mentioned as well, make sure to tune in to Pete's Power Plays daily on World Hockey Report as myself, the King of the Damn Ice, post my picks on World Hockey Report daily at World Hockey RPT daily as well. Check that out. Or you can also follow me at The Real Pete Tooch. Search me up on the pretty much the only guy there. I'm Philly Pete as well. So check me out. Follow me. I'll answer any of your betting questions in terms of the NHL ice tonight. So once again, let me recap for tonight. that we're going to go with the Colorado Avalanche tonight. If you want the money line, it's at -175. The -1's at -115. A much safer route if you want the Avalanche to win this game here tonight. I like the -1, but I'm more of the total stop. You know what? I'm going to upgrade this. Everyone, this is a Klein play tonight. I'm giving it to you all out there. Over 6.5 goals as Blues. 2 play there. I'm going to whip it out. Let's go. Let's have fun with this one tonight. We have one on the ice. First period over 1.5, -165. First period over 2 at +115. If you're feeling frisky for 3 goals, +195 on DraftKings you can get. If you're feeling that, what can I say? I mean, this is going to be fun tonight. If you like player props, Ryan O'Reilly to score a goal, anytime score, +210. Okay, we've seen shines of him as well. We like that, and we're going to see Blues. We're going to see some Blues goals tonight. We are. Ryan O'Reilly, anytime goal score at +210. You can get that on DraftKings right now. I'm also looking at shots on goal. I'm not a really big shots on goal guy. I do it once in a while. I know I cashed out the Brandon Saad one, but Kyrou over 2.5 shots on goal at +110. Good value there as well for a player that does shoot a lot. So I mean, that's just how it is. That's what I like. So I'm all over the place, and don't forget, I will be tweeting this out. A couple side bets, probably half unit bets on these props. We're doing very well. Like I said, almost up 8 units during the NHL playoffs, and we're well over 90 units during the course of the year-to-date for the NHL season. So simple as that, short and sweet. And listen, on that note, real quick, Donnell, I'll answer the last question before I head off. Favorite reverse retro jerseys. That's your favorite that came out. You know what? They all look great. The Rangers, the Statue of Liberty look good. The Sharks, like I said, I still like the Sharks jersey. The Panthers jersey as well. But I think if you want to go way back in the day to the Mighty Ducks days, that duck, the goalie duck flying out of the ice, that is a phenomenal jersey. It's just such a cartoon jersey that I always grew up watching. But that's a great jersey. And you know what? Dark horse one. You know what? The Calgary Flames, the Smoking Horse jersey. I mean, that's probably about top 3 for me behind the Sharks jersey and the Panthers jersey. I mean, that Flames, Flaming Horse jersey definitely up there for me as well. It's so tough to find these jerseys to buy because I really, really want to get one of those. You can't find them anywhere. You can't find any of these Flames Flaming Horse jerseys at all. So, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I'm out of time. All right, hope you all had fun. 1st of May to come here on World Hockey Report. I'm Philly Pete signing off on Pete's Power Plays on the World Hockey Report. Don't forget to check me out 12 p.m. noontime every Friday, 10 a.m. out in the Mountain Western Time. And don't forget to check me out Monday through Thursday with my 2-minute clips of my 2 best bets. Like I said, the playoffs are just the start of something new for us, and it's going to be huge as we head into next season, and I cannot wait till we get those 15 game nights on a Tuesday or Thursday, and I want to give you my 2 best ones. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride tonight. Avs, Blues, Game 6. You heard all my bets. Let's rock and roll. If you missed out on the show, don't forget to check me out, and I will be tweeting it out. At The Real Pete Tooch, signing off. Any questions, DM me. I'm Philly Pete. I'll talk to you guys later.